Hello, this is Mesh. Welcome to another WestWorld Theories video. This video isn't specific to an episode, but it will be spurred on by the events of episode 7, but more specifically, the trailer for episode 8. Now, I will be the first to admit, doing a theories video on a trailer is risky. It's risky because, as we all know, it's standard practice to use misdirection and clever editing to really catch the viewer off guard. Off guard so you can have a surprise when you actually get to watch the episode in full. But if you have ever watched any of my previous videos, you'll know I create these videos for the point of view of a bit of fun. If my predictions are ever correct in a TV show, I give a bit of a cheer when watching the next episode. If I'm wrong, I don't dwell on it, because ultimately it's all about entertainment. With that said, let's have a quick breakdown of this trailer. So if you haven't seen the trailer, I'll link to it in the description below, as this theory will make no sense if you have not seen the trailer. Then I'll move on to the most obvious theory that springs into mind. So the Ghost Nation have been mysterious throughout the show so far, and myself, I'm sure many of you agree as well, I want to know more about them and what's going on with them. So this trailer seems to really portray a heavy narrative for the Ghost Nation going forward. It looks like we get a backstory on Acheta and his partner. His partner who seems to have been reassigned as well, so we see him chase after her and he seems to be very heartbroken by this. So the lines as well from the trailer, which is quite interesting, which kind of go hand in hand with what I'm saying here. So that goes, "Take my heart when you go. The past was calling me, but before I could understand it, they took everything from me." So the latter part of the trailer gets really interesting as well. It seems that Acheta, we see him visit the location that when Dolores killed Arnold. And he also starts to question the maze at that point because he finds the maze toy. We see him visit the same location after Dolores killed Ford. Then we see him wake up in the refurbishment facility with what may perhaps be Maeve behind him. Then also we get a quick scene, a quick shot of someone opening her eyes and it looks like Maeve. So on top of all this, previously within the season 2, we've seen the Ghost Nation behave very strangely. They didn't kill Ashley Stubbs or any other humans, they let them all go, which is very strange as to what all the other hosts have been doing. Also, Acheta said directly to Maeve in episode 6 when they met there when Maeve found her daughter, "We're meant for the same path." We've also seen Maeve constantly driven by nightmares of the Ghost Nation. Now briefly on Maeve and her motives. It's been suggested since season 1 that Maeve was never driven by Ford. Her narrative, her code, told her to infiltrate, recruit and then head to the mainland. This seems to contradict what Ford had planned, and hence the idea that Maeve was never really controlled by Ford. There's a few other points as well, but they're the main ones. Add all these points together, I think we're seeing the first people to become conscious with no interference from Ford or Arnold. Hard to say an exact timing when this all occurs, but the suggestion to me is that Acheta may have been battling with his consciousness since the park came into existence. So Acheta becoming aware of his surroundings, what he is. The horse we see running around in his visions, it could be a way that he became conscious as well, associating that horse to a spirit guide, and now the obvious connection with Acheta and Maeve. Perhaps he is the driving force that's been trying to help her from the start. Perhaps when he awoke in a refurbishment facility, he has been involved with her awakening. So we know they are heavily connected through those memories and dreams. So the combination of his love with his partner and the loss that's given him that drive to possibly become sentient. So Acheta's drive for freedom is similar to Maeve's. They're both driven by love. And of course, that is very distant from what Dolores is up to, which is really driven by revenge and hatred. So Acheta and Maeve, as I said, traveling down the same path, a path that recovers one's love and trying to understand who or what they are at the same time. So that really is the theory in a nutshell. Acheta becoming sentient before everyone else, possibly sculpting Maeve in how she has become aware, and possibly even helping others become sentient and have a consciousness. But all will hopefully be revealed next week. I'll add one more point as well. Acheta is also witness to the secret weapon, so the secret location, the valley beyond. That horizon is getting awful familiar now. We do see in the picture almost a road in the center of it, so perhaps it is another facility down there that has been made. So I will leave this video here, so let me know what you think. What is in the center of that picture? Does it look like a road to you? Do you think I'm right with how Maeve and Acheta seem to tie together? Let me know in the feedback below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this content and subscribe for future videos on Westworld and other TV shows. But until next time, this is Mesh and I'll see you later.